my name is Ruth Gordon and I'm from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and we're here today at the Truckee Whitewater Park, and it's a beautiful sunny day.
Cool. Well, you've been in Reno for about a month or so?
Yeah, a couple of weeks now.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing here and how you've been getting ready for the festival?
Yeah, one of the projects that I'm working on right now actually is called Team Reno, and what's happened is we've taken some people from the community and we're training them so that they can actually compete in the open rodeo on the first day of the festival. So right now there are 2 beginners and 2 intermediates, and just this week we had the beginners on the water for their first time, actually in the Whitewater Park as opposed to in the pool, and it's been a great experience for both them and myself.
Do you think they will, I mean, is 6 weeks enough to get ready for
competition?
Or even just this kind of whitewater?
I think actually in 6 to 8 weeks that they will do a lot better than they expected. I know there was some scary feelings this week, but you can learn quite a bit, and having the park right here means that they're actually getting quite a bit of practice after work and on weekends, and so the accessibility just, I think it's really going to help them progress.
Will you be teaching any of the free clinics?
I don't think I will be teaching any of the free clinics. However, I do encourage everyone to come out for the free clinics. I have in the past, and it's fantastic to see people get in boats for their first time right here in the park.
When did you first come to Reno and ride in the park?
I was here, I think 3 years ago was my first time for the Reno River Festival, and I've been to quite a few parks actually in North America and around the world now, and this festival as well as this park definitely stand up high in my rankings of places that I like to hang out.
Can you tell us from a competitor's perspective, what is the Reno River Festival like? How's the competition here? Is it really stiff? Is it...
Yeah, the Reno River Festival actually invites competitors from all over the world, and international competitors alike. So there is definitely a high caliber and a standard that's set for the competitors. For me, it's always been a very, very challenging competition. There's a lot at stake, and there are a lot of spectators. So, and in general, there's just a lot going on. So to be a competitor in the middle of it all is definitely a lot of pressure.
Is it fun being able to compete kind of in a downtown urban setting? I know that a lot of river parks probably aren't necessarily right in the heart of a city.
Yeah, it's actually really fun to be able to compete in the middle of a city because there is so much going on and your friends can be there. It's easy to go get a coffee afterwards, and it is a park. So as much as you can go to the store and get your lunch fix, you can also hang out right here in the green area, and it's kind of this contrast in urban and environment. I like it.
So coming in here as world champion, do you feel there's more pressure, or are you excited about it? I mean, it's a great honor.
Always as the world champion, you are being chased, unfortunately. So it's, I think for me, competition is totally separate from being a world champion, and I have to look at everyone individually. I'm fortunate in that a lot of the competitors that I compete against are my friends as well, and people that I train with. So there's a lot of camaraderie as well as competitivism between us, and it actually turns out to be a great time, I think, for all of us.
When was the first time you ever went in a kayak in the whitewater?
I've been kayaking for about 12 years, and it was on the Tahoe River. I started working at a rafting company when I was in high school, and it was just one of those things. I got into a kayak and I was like, all right, this I can do.
So what do judges look for, or how is the competition
scored?
Yeah.
In a freestyle kayaking competition, now what they're looking for is variety. So what they're looking for are as many different tricks as you can possibly do, and then each of those tricks has an actual score that is attached to it. So the harder the trick, the more points you're going to get for it. But if you do the same trick twice, you're not going to get twice the points. So you can only really do a trick once. So variety is really the name of the game. And then we like to get out of the water, so we like to try and get aerial, and you'll get some extra points for doing some cool stuff like that.
It sounds like a very spectator-friendly event. Any suggestions for people when they should come down, what they should see at the River Festival?
I think for spectators coming down, if they're coming around the time of the competition, what they should look for is same thing, variety, if they can even figure that one out. But I would think just the feel of the whole thing. I think you'll be excited by the music that's actually playing right beside the competition. And there's kind of a lot going on, so it should be a good time for everyone.
Do you feel that whitewater kayaking's progressed in the extreme sports world, in the last couple of years, or do you find more people getting interested in it?
I think actually things like the Truckee River Park and whitewater parks around North America are certainly changing the dynamics of kayaking and sort of bringing it into people's backyard. So personally, I see quite a bit of a shift in people being able to go kayaking after work, and what I'm hoping for is kids to be able to come after school instead of going to the skate park, coming to the whitewater park, and just that you know, actually totally changing who kayaks because it is accessible to everyone. Not sure if that answered your question, but I hope it did. Toughest trick. Well, the thing is as a freestyle kayaker, you can surf on a wave or in a hole. And in a hole right now, I'm working on a trick called the phonics monkey, which is quite difficult. And on a wave, I'm working on a trick called an air screw, which you actually hit the bottom of the wave, get aerial, and you do a full roll and then you land. So a full barrel roll and then you land, which is also kind of difficult. And you need a pretty big wave to be able to do that as well.
Do you think of tricks in your head or things, you know, when you're not kayaking?
I think about kayaking a lot. I personally haven't wrapped my brain around the idea of a new trick, something that hasn't been developed. But yeah, I do a lot of visualizing and a lot of thinking about kayaking.
Do you get out and enjoy the music after? You know, enjoy downtown?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the beauty of a festival is you get to meet people in the community and really get a taste of everything that's going on here. So I love being in the middle of it all.
Have you been up to Lake Tahoe yet since you've been here?
I have, and I have to admit, being here in Reno this time, it has allowed me actually to get into California, which I have never been to California. So right now I've got like 6 days. I've been sea kayaking on Lake Tahoe. I've been here. I've done this. So I'm just, yeah, I'm just racking up my adventures as I go.